You're great.
You're great.
You're great.
You're great.
You're
Hey,
great.
Derek.
Are we gonna have nicknames for each other each episode?
You're
I think
great.
we should.
You're great.
I'm Underboob. That's the original. That's the OG. So you're Nev Nips. I'm
great.
Underboob.
Oh wait, let's not give away the studio production value we have here.
It's pretty low.
You're probably going to sing anyway, so you might as well just use
That's
that
a
part,
good
you
point.
know? I'm a little upset that you think that's so funny.
Why?
Because I don't know how to do this podcast
You know-
unless we look into each other's eyes.
It's just the fucking generation jacking themselves up.
It's easy to hate something that's really
But
good.
everyone listening is cool, and all of the cool people are going to that show.
We should do. This is a positive podcast. That's what we're going for.
Yeah,
we're
that was, like, the difference.
People are gonna be like listening to this and like, it's so fucking happy.
Is the feel good movie review.
Eventually going to put out a CD just of Mike
Of me singing random songs.
Yeah, it's got a little tingly.
You got a little tingly?
Feel good. Right there.
Guys,
Turned down
I think,
for what?
I think that's turned down for Hug Life.
You're great.
You're great.
That was great.
That was the best opening ever.
You're
You're great. You're great.
Wasn't either of
You're
us.
great.
Hey, Jay, you're great.
Jay, you're great.
Thanks.
You're great.
I've never listened to this podcast,
Jay,
so I have
you're
no
great.
idea what
It's
this
like,
means
what
right
is
now.
Jay, This is all
you're
it
great.
is,
You're
actually.
great.
You just,
great.
it's just positive affirmations.
That's
Positive
yeah.
affirmations. You're great.
Hey, your hair looks great today.
Thanks. You're
Monica, I love your makeup.
your full beard. Your beard's coming in really nicely. I
Thanks.
really like
See,
it.
you're going to lose the compliment.
You're talking to Monica about that, right?
Monica, your beard looks great.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I've been growing it out. How do you cut yours? I'm just kidding.
Yeah, exactly.
Conversations before the podcast.
Boom.
Boom. Hey, welcome to the Hug Life Podcast. I'm Monica Nevi,
And I'm Michaeletta.
and this is our podcast. And today we have a very special guest, Jay Hollingsworth.
I guess I'm Jay.
I'm Jay Hollingsworth.
Yes. Hello.
Hello, big Irish, humongous Celtic Jason. I missed that noise.
I know.
You live in LA now.
I know.
We got really sad real quick. So let's plug our shows real quick. This weekend, Jay, where are you?
I'll be on the Hug Life podcast.
Oh, nice.
No,
I heard they're okay.
yeah, this weekend I'll be at Parlor Live in Bellevue. Monday I'll be doing a fundraiser at the local 907 in Renton for Dylan Avila.
Yeah.
Tuesday I'll be at Jazz Bone. Not this Tuesday. Wait, this comes out tomorrow?
This comes out Wednesday.
Okay,
so
perfect. So
the
when you're
20th.
hearing this, the next Tuesday, Jazz Bones, I'll be doing another fundraiser for Dylan Avila. Fucking working a lot for that guy. And then that following
We have
weekend,
too.
I'll be at Parlor Live in Seattle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I would go back to LA.
Oh.
Then you're going back. You've been here for a while.
Yeah, all month.
Oh, really?
I came here for New
Just
Year's
working
Eve, and
hard.
then I've been here since.
Damn.
I'm also at Vina Bella.
Vino
Oh, yeah.
Bella?
I'm with you.
Are you?
Yeah.
Nice.
So
That's a
Oh,
fun
dude, that's
place.
dope.
Vino Bella's a fun room.
It is fun.
It's weird because you wouldn't think so because it's a wine bar, but it's pretty great.
Fun.
Yeah.
Room's great.
I am going to be at Little Creek Casino this Thursday, January 15th.
Can I just go like this?
Oh,
or
you
is
can
it-
do that.
Yeah,
You can take
you
the
can
mic
do
out of the
whatever you
stand
want.
too if you want to. If it's more natural, whatever makes you feel right.
Hello.
Hey, that's better. I'll be there, and then Saturday I am doing a show at Jai Tai, and then Sunday I'm doing the Battle of the Sexes
Oh, I'm
show
doing that too.
Tacoma
Yay.
Comedy Club at Battle of
Yeah,
Sexes. It's
I'm
gonna be
doing
fun.
You're doing
It's
Battle
such
of
a good
Sexes?
show.
Oh
my
my
first
God.
one, finally.
It's gonna be really
so
fun.
much fun. It's like one of my
Wow,
favorite
that's
shows to
exciting.
do.
I didn't know you were doing that.
Monica's
What
on
exactly?
too?
Are you doing it too?
Yeah.
No. I know it's obviously guys versus girls, but then what?
So it's like what they do is we'll do stand up for sure, but it's also you do improv stuff, like stuff you have not necessarily improv, but stuff you have to write. Like you'll get a topic, you got to go back in the write it, and then come out. Like they'll do like freestyle rap battle.
Oh,
or,
And then they would pick like Monica for the girls team and Jay for the boys team, and then we would both have to write a rap battle, and they would pick the audience picks who did better.
Yeah,
Whatever.
it's the funnest show to be in and the most frustrating show to host. I can tell you
Really?
that. Yeah.
It actually makes me very anxious to be in it. Also.
Oh, it's fun. It makes you better though. I feel like because you get used to just writing stuff on the spot. And, like, doing
yeah,
stuff on the
it
spot.
made me way more confident in my ability to just go make shit up.
Yeah,
That's
because
dope.
I'll do something and I'll be like, this is gonna suck, and then it does really well, and I'm like, oh, I feel so good
You're like,
about myself.
it's now part of my act.
Yeah.
Now I got to just figure out how to bring Monica into the story.
Just read
How am I gonna get this
diary
Titanic
entry
act out
Yeah.
in here?
if I was Mike Coletta. My shows, the 21st, I'm at Vino Bella with
Ooh.
Jay Hollingsworth. And then that Friday, what am I doing? I'm in Kenmore at Mia Roma. And then I actually have a panel show that night at Theater Schmieder.
Theater Schmieder.
What's a panel show?
I don't know. Well,
A panel show is kind of like what we did
Yeah.
last night. Yeah.
it's called Questionable Content. I don't really understand what the whole thing is about, but there's like a bunch of other people and we get to talk. It's like we compete though. I don't know what kind of competition. I don't know. I'll let
And you
know.
said you did one last night, a panel
we
show?
did that last night. I mean, we did one on Saturday. I did two. We did one together. We did a podcast panel show,
Right.
which was like a match game from the 70s. It was really fun.
Yeah.
It was the After Party podcast for Comedy Sports in Seattle. And then I did OK Stupid.
Oh,
Patrick's
yeah, how was
show.
it?
Really, really fun.
Dude,
like,
that's
super
great.
fun. And it was so great because we did the podcast. So it's a guy and a girl, and you like look through their OkCupid profiles, right? And after the show, they were going to Derek's show, and they accidentally got stuck on a date together going to see Derek's show. And I didn't know. The girl looked like she didn't want to go.
Oh.
And it was like you got stuck on a date.
These are like random people, not random,
Yeah.
but like actual people who have OkCupid profiles, and they're like there too.
Oh, that's
like I
pretty
didn't
cool.
really understand the whole concept.
Yeah, it
until
was
he
really fun, and
explained it to me.
I didn't know anything about online dating too, and I just learned like about the pages and stuff, and it was cool. And it was me, Alfred Karcheri, and then Derek, and it was Derek Sheen, and it was super fun.
Yeah,
that
sounds so
That
fun.
sounds. I want to do it. Like just.
Oh my
that sounds fun.
gosh!
Anyways,
it's
and then on the
great.
Saturday, sorry, I have another show.
That's fine.
I'm at the Easy Monkey Tap House in Shoreline, and then again at that panel show, and then Battle of the Sexes on Sunday.
Easy Monkey Tap House, best spicy tomato soup I've ever had. You're great, Easy Monkey Tap House.
Is that okay?
Podcast.
So I'm taking it. That's your thing. You're great.
We do that.
That's a hug life
We do that
thing.
opening, but this is what we've talked about before. But it's like we wanted to do a positive podcast, but we don't have to be positive. Like just be positive.
You're getting weird about this.
I am.
You are getting really. We can't throw it out. Like I hate that. You're
Oh no! I mean, I'm not
questioning
throwing.
what-
I'm not throwing it out. I'm just saying that it's hard to do positivity and be nice and make it funny.
Right.
Yeah, but we do.
Is
what
there
we want.
friction on the Hug Life podcast?
I don't think
Am
so.
I going to be able to witness the destruction of
Right,
the Hug
yeah.
Life? I caused
Jay
the
ruined the
final.
podcast.
You'll never tear us apart, Jay.
No.
Well, that's what I was going to
Find
ask
out
you
later.
before the podcast, but I said I wanted to ask it on here. How did this? Like, I mean, obviously we all know each other from comedy and everything, but how did it come about? Where you like, who brought it up? How did you guys go? Hey, let's start this
It was
podcast.
actually just a weird like timing thing where
People brought it up.
I texted. I just had the idea that like everything is very negative, like, and it would be interesting to try and do something where we talk about good stuff. And I was like, who would be like? I don't have the highest energy level, but I like positive thinking, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, who would be a good like higher energy? Mike, obviously.
Yeah.
And so
Loud.
So then I texted him and was like, hey, I have this idea for this podcast. Like, would you even be interested? And he was like, I was just thinking.
Yeah, I
about
really
doing a
was. Like I
podcast."
was. Talking,
Okay.
And I was actually planning on calling it Hug Life. So she talked to me, and then I threw out the name, and then it just worked
Right,
out.
it just worked out.
And
Yeah.
this is episode what?
21.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, once a week,
Every Wednesday.
every Wednesday. We try
Have you
to-
missed any Wednesdays yet?
Nope.
That's good.
We even the week I was gone in Alaska, I had one uploaded, ready to go.
That's
and we put
great.
it out.
Christmas
With Kane,
episode.
with Kane
I think I went like
Candy
a
holiday.
year where I never missed a Tuesday, and then it's once I moved and me and Phil were apart. It was getting a little, but he's back in LA now.
Jay has a
I'm here to-
podcast also.
Oh,
Jay has
yeah.
a podcast.
The
It's
Hollingsworthless
great.
podcast.
Yeah, it sums it up.
Yeah,
Holling's worthless.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's got the most worthless human being on the planet, Phil Fox. No, just kidding. No, Phil, you're
Like
great.
the
You're great, Phil.
animal.
Oh my God.
Like you're great. You're great. You're great. You're great.
Happy little tap dance.
Yeah, but it's fun. I mean, it's just we've learned. I guess what I was. We were learning as we go along, and it's really fun. And we've kept it positive. We do charities. Like if you have a charity, we could ask you at the end of the
Oh,
episode.
yeah.
You got
Do
a
you have
whole 45, 50 minutes to think about it.
Okay.
But
You like it,
There's a
doesn't have to
GoFundMe. I'm sure
Where-
people
yeah,
already
where-
know about
Right.
me going to the Patriots Super Bowl.
yeah.
You
How did
thought I was
know
going to say
that?
Dylan's.
No.
Because that's
She's
ours
like,
at the end. Don't do it.
Yeah. Don't take our charity. Like if you have a charity fight on the podcast.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Don't forget to rate and review and subscribe on iTunes. That helps us out a ton. Andy Gert, Hugbug,
Yeah.
helped us out and did
Oh
that.
my
did.
God! Hold on. You already have names for your fans. Hug bugs.
And you know where we
Yeah,
meet?
the Hugbugs.
You know where we meet? You know where Hugbugs meet?
You know where you are right now?
Hug Central Station.
Central Station.
Jesus Christ!
Jay's
Oh my
look-
so
God.
disappointed.
Jay's
in
look
that.
of disappointment is so great, and I'm so
It's
excited
hilarious.
for
Like
all
my
the fun
dad's
things
looking
I
at
have
him.
in
It's
store.
just, God.
Oh, dude. Hug Central
Hug
Station.
Central Station with Hugbugs, all aboard.
Hug bugs. So what would my fans be? Just worthless pieces of shit?
Yeah.
I say, hey, what's up, you worthless pieces of shit? Yeah.
After tuning in, you worthless
That'll be
piece
the new
of shit. That's good.
fan.
You have a fan name. I do like it. You guys, how's it going, my worthless pieces of shit?
Yeah. Oh, I'll have maybe worthless shit pieces. I can call them wasps.
Ooh, that's fun.
Do you want to make an acronym? What's up, wasps?
Acronyms are always good.
Wimps.
Wimps?
Worthless male pieces of shit. Where my wimps at? I don't know.
My wimps at?
Hug bugs.
Bugs.
God. I just love that you were like, yeah, what was the guy's name?
Andy Gert.
Andy Gert, our hug bug.
Yeah,
It's
he's a
funny
hug
because
bug.
you, like, when you're like, wait, what? And I was like, yeah, you probably shouldn't have said his name.
Oh,
like,
yeah,
that's
no.
what I was thinking.
Yeah.
You were like, no, hug
Yeah.
bugs, that's what I'm worried about. And that didn't even cross my mind. I was like, yeah, that's what they're called.
No, you mean their adorable name that we have for
Yeah.
people that listen to the
The
podcast?
adorable
Hug
people.
Central Station. Hug
Welcome
bug.
to Hug Central Station. I'm the conductor,
Toot, toot.
and Monica makes
That's
the horn
pretty good.
noises.
That was pretty good.
That was
Yeah.
really
For me.
good.
Thank you.
But yeah, also you can like our Facebook page, Hug Life Podcast, on Facebook,
Yeah.
And rate it.
And
You're promoting rate culture. Great.
rate culture.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dude, you guys hear the podcast? It says a lot of rate culture.
Yeah.
It's not very good.
Brady.
Why you got to rate?
Yeah.
There's some things I wanted to talk to you about.
Sure.
I have things like ideas, and I don't know
I'm looking at the texture of the back of his laptop. If I was like
great.
on acid or something, I'd be tripping.
what is on the back of my laptop.
It's like it's all
it's got-
grooved.
oh yeah, it's groovy.
All right, so you wanted to ask me something? Sorry.
Yeah, and I mean, I got a couple things to ask
Hit
you.
me.
First thing is what you told me in the green room when I was working with you last weekend about a certain particular person in L.A. who's doing something. And can you talk about it on the podcast?
Oh, the guy that's doing my joke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Do you know about this?
No, well,
Oh.
I saw something about it.
This is something that
Did
I'm
you
really
s-
interested in. And
Have you
Monica
seen the
doesn't
video?
know.
No, I
I'll
haven't seen
show
the
it to you
video.
after this. Okay. So I have a joke. The joke is just it's called cheating whores. Like if you ever look at a comic
Right,
set
your
list,
set
the
list,
weird.
I love
yeah, like mine
myself.
is like guest. What would my set list would be like? Shirtless, guest of size. LA guys are pretty. Oh, what's up?
I don't want to alarm you guys. I just looked, and I don't want to interrupt you, but the battery's really, really low on our recorder,
Okay.
and it might cut out, and I'm wondering if I should just switch it out now, and we can pause real quick. And get
Sure,
back to
let's
Cheating
do
Horse.
it.
Let's do it? All right, just
Jeez.
one moment.
Yes, they're
Sorry.
not very prepared here at
no,
Hug
it was
Central Station.
full, and then it
Yeah.
disappeared. Sorry. We'll be right back. And we're back. And actually, it's kind of worked out because Monica got to watch the video
Yeah.
and see
Good.
it.
Yes.
So continue
I'm
on with
upset.
explaining what was going on.
Okay, so a weekend I'm headlining at the at Tacoma Comedy Club. Mike is doing guest spots. Crushed it.
Thank you.
No, I mean I did. And
thank you.
Mike was there.
no, thank
Things
you.
for
You're
Christmas.
great. You're
You're
great.
great. Oh, you're great. You're great.
You're
You're
great
great.
too.
Come on,
You were,
Catching on.
You're great. Oh.
You're going to have hug bug
You feel
tattooed
good,
across your
don't
chest by the
you?
time you
Oh,
leave
God.
it. Imprisoning.
All right. Jesus Christ.
This is hug life. Though, like
In
across
like
your,
the old
your-
English
Yeah.
font.
Yeah.
Across your
I want you to do it. You should like if this gets to like number 1 on iTunes, you should say I'll get a tattoo across
On
my
chest
stomach.
that says- okay.
No,
oh,
stomach.
Yeah, like
Yeah, like Tupac, Hug
That
Life.
would be awesome.
Would you do it?
I would do it.
I would do it.
Yeah. I would do
We've
it.
already had plans to get matching tattoos.
They
that
say bad girls.
Jesus. Oh my God.
Lightning bolts.
Oh dear God. All right.
We're going on a tangent. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So no, it's fine. I went there. So I'm at Tacoma Comedy Club after one of the shows. I get a message on my Facebook, and I'm not going to say the guy's name because he asked me not to. I mean,
fair.
I don't want anybody else to catch any flack, which is so dumb. I mean, I understand why he's saying that, but like nobody should feel bad about calling out somebody that's stealing something, right?
Yeah.
So he sends me a message on Facebook. He's like, dude, what's your number? Text me your number or give me your number immediately. So I send it to him. He goes, there's a guy right now at the Laugh Factory doing your bit verbatim. So I text him, or I send him my number, and he immediately texts me video of the guy doing my bit. And he's doing it like a shitty version of it, but he's doing like my voice inflection and everything. It's some dude, fuck it, I'll say his name. I don't care. His name's Tehran. Some guy that runs, like, I guess, Arab Night at the Laugh Factory in L.A. So I sent it to a few different people that know my bit, and everybody's like, what the fuck, dude? They're
But
just
you
like...
work at the Laugh Factory.
I got
too.
past there, but I mean, I'm not in there. Like, this guy has a night there. So,
Okay.
I mean, from what I've heard from multiple people that he's a joke thief.
Okay.
I don't know the guy. This is my first thing of ever knowing anything about him, and he's doing one of my bits. But it was, it's been brought up, I'll just say it's been brought up and addressed with Jamie Masada, the owner of the Laugh Factory.
Okay, I was going to say, if they've seen you, then
Yeah.
they would know, right?
And the last I heard is that Jamie was going to talk to that guy. So I don't know what the outcome is going to be from that. But if I definitely will talk to the guy if I'm ever somewhere and he's doing the bit, or even if he's not doing the bit. I don't know. I try and give people the benefit of the doubt. Like there's a comic here in Seattle. I won't say his name because I just won't say his name.
He's sitting at the table.
Yeah.
Cheating horse.
Yeah. Well, he wasn't. This guy wasn't doing my bit, but he does, I don't know if he still does, but he was known for doing street jokes all the time.
Oh, yes.
You know who I'm talking about? All right. And again, I try and give everybody the benefit of the doubt. And I emailed the guy, and I said, hey, there was like 7 jokes I listed. I was like, hey, your joke you do this. Here's a link to. It's an internet joke. Your joke you said this. It's Joe Coy's joke. Your joke you said this. Here's Rex Navarrete doing the joke. And so I was just like, I don't know if you know, but this blah blah blah. But people still do it.
Yeah, because you always got to be scared. Like I'm really terrified of the whole parallel thinking thing and like saying something or doing something that someone else does, not knowing I'm stealing.
Right. I was just thinking about how uncomfortable I get because if you're friends with comics, they'll come up and say, hey, that premise is pretty close to another one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like how uncomfortable I get with that, even being like, should I do that? There's jokes I've thrown out because it's just too close, let alone doing someone else's bit verbatim. Like, how do you feel okay doing that?
That's how I feel weird about this one because this is straight up verbatim, which is like I've seen people tell a joke. Like everyone, like it seems like 5 or 6 comic have like a suck a dick for $1 million joke. Like, that's pretty common, right, And it's like you see ones that are so similar, and you're like, but they're all thinking the same thing. Like it's a premise to come off of, but this is like verbatim, like,
and the voice inflection, that's what cracks me up. I'm like, oh, dude, And anybody that has not heard that bit is just like going, wow, this guy is really angry about
cheating horse.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm really good at doing your inflection because I still
do
joke off.
Let me do it.
Cheating horse.
She's a whore. She's an actual whore.
An actual whore. The only time a guy isn't getting screwed over in a movie is fucking Brokeback Mountain.
That's so crazy.
I can do it.
What's funny is
before too.
What's up?
I noticed that you always say fucking Brokeback Mountain.
Well, there's certain things I do when I'm doing stand up. There's certain things that I'll intentionally stutter and stammer, and like a lot of times, like I did that joke in the March Comedy Madness contest, and I remember I was at West Side Comedy Theater, and like there's a girl that she's been doing comedy for years, and she thought I made all that up because of just the way I presented it. Yeah, like I'm stuttering and stammering through it.
Good.
And true.
Well, that's like a thing.
That's what they're supposed to do.
There's a lot of comics I've seen that are like, I'm like, this person, like people come to me like, he's so good at just making stuff up on the spot. And like, I've watched him now 5 minutes in a row, and he's very good at making you think he's making something. And that is a skill in itself.
Yeah.
Like, that guy has flow. Like, and I'm impressed by it.
It's funny too. People will message me or tweet me other movies where they're like, it's another cheating whore. Like somebody told me Forrest Gump. How Jenny's a cheating whore.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, yeah.
Yeah, no one likes Jenny.
There's also, what's the one with...
Jenny, you're not great.
Jenny. I didn't know what a cheating whore is.
I might not be a smart man, but I know what a cheating whore is.
Yeah. You had a little, like, Southern Georgia in there.
Well, there was an episode where he did Forrest Gump for, like, half an hour.
Yeah, it was pretty awesome. And by awesome, I mean probably no one listened.
Was it weird having to, like, raise your intelligence to do that? I'm just kidding. Oh, sorry. You're great.
That insult was great. You're great.
Like, it's okay. You're going to be okay, Jay. That was good.
You're great. You're great. I'm just going to eat jerky in the dark, so it doesn't matter.
What's the Sweet Home Alabama? That's another one.
Yeah, with Reese Witherspoon.
Yeah, they're like still married.
Yeah, it's crazy. Insane how many movies.
What if like it's a giant conspiracy by Hollywood and you're like dead in a year because like he found out the formula.
Yeah. They get
like,
killed.
Hot girl, attractive guy, cheating. Whore. All right.
Yeah.
Some sort of Illuminati thing. I'm glad you could talk about that. That was my one thing I really wanted. And then my second thing I want to talk to you about is just the city of Los Angeles. I've never been.
You've never been down there?
I've never been. And
You've been.
I mean, and so like that's a step like we're all working towards.
Yeah, it's so like our buddy Kane moved down there. He's actually in the process of moving. He's driving right now, I think.
Right, he's on the road.
Yeah, again.
Like Jack Kerouac.
On the road again.
Just that I've never been. The life I love is making music with my friends, and this podcast can't be played on YouTube.
Oh,
because of copyright infringement laws.
Well, no.
Were we doing that before?
Are you putting this on YouTube?
Nope, that's a good point.
Keep singing.
It's so this,
Don't, please stop.
this is what I told Kane, and I tell anybody. It goes like you always hear, "Oh, it's so hard to go up in LA, or so hard to get stage time." Oh, I see the scratches now from your accident. And I'm like, if you, what's up?
Okay, sorry.
What the fuck was
We
that?
just did some.
You literally pointed like, "Does your vagina still
He
work?"
pointed to his crotch and said, "Do you want to talk about that?"
Oh, okay. I didn't know what you meant.
It could be the
I
funny
thought you were like,
conversation we had in the car.
I literally thought you were like, "Did you break your pussy?"
Which is actually a common thing I do on the podcast. I'm like, Monica, is it still working?
Yeah. Okay, so if you go down to LA and your mentality is like, I'm only going to go up at the Laugh Factory, the store, and the Improv, you'll never go up. You can pretty much. I mean, you may get up at the store open mic once in a blue moon, but if you're like, okay, I just want to go up, and you get on comedybureau.net, you can do like 5 mics a night, hypothetically. I mean, there's mics every night you can do, so you can get time.
Yeah.
It's just it takes a. If you're not used to it, it's going to take if you don't go in prepared, it's going to take a switch of your mentality. Like, because so many of the mics it's all comics, which are like here, but it's a lot of them aren't supportive. Like people don't give a shit.
Right.
But the other thing though that's interesting is like what I've noticed with LA is it's not very clicky. I don't really feel like it's clicky at all.
Yeah, because everyone's trying to do their own thing. It's like
you're in one of two categories. You're at a level where you're known and you're TV, movie, or whatever, and then that's great, or you're nobody like everybody else, and everybody kind of knows we're all trying to strive to get better or whatever.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't really notice any clicks at all.
But you like it.
Yeah, so I like waking up to blue skies versus gray skies. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I don't like that anywhere you want to go. Like if you want to go do something, just plan. It's going to be 30 minutes to get there minimum.
Yeah.
Anywhere, it's crazy.
Jeez.
Like I live in Glendale, and we're like maybe I think 10 to 12 miles from Hollywood. It's 30 minutes. It's going to be 30 minutes. Yeah, pretty much. And that's like minimum. And then and the traffic is as bad as everybody says. It's nuts. People are really chill. Like everybody in LA seems pretty cool. I haven't other than just asshole trying to steal my shit. Yeah, I mean, and then like the connections. Like if you make connections up here with comics you guys have worked with, most of them have come through. Like Eliza Schlesinger's been very nice. Doug Benson's always been nice to me. Who else? Alonzo Bowden has been extremely helpful. He helped me get audition or showcase with Jamie Masada at the Laugh Factory. He vouched for me. John Reap got me my commercial agent, and then I left him. So yeah, like all these guys have been like a lot of connections have been extremely nice.
That's awesome.
That's
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
You're great.
Yeah.
LA, you're great. I'm just gonna keep.
I'm not going to vouch for you unless you're great.
Yeah.
Well, this is my. This is now that I asked you about LA. What is it like coming back?
It's cool. It's good. The good part is seeing everybody. The bad part is, and it especially with like being up here 4 or 5 weeks. But like if you leave LA for like 3 days, and I know it's in the grand scheme of things, it's all in my head, but it literally feels like, holy shit, I'm missing out on everything. Like my big break is happening right now in LA, and I'm missing it. Like you'll see somebody who's doing something. Like right now they're having the Shaq All-Star auditions for the Shaq Comedy Tour. And like nobody asked me if I wanted to audition or anything, but I was just like, fuck, if I was down there, maybe I could talk to somebody in this, it just gets in your head. Like you're like, but what are you going to do?
But you like coming back here and seeing people?
All the people, yeah.
All the people?
Yeah.
Every single one?
Well,
Monica's great.
One person now on this podcast. Good to see you, Monica. The weekend at TCC was awesome.
No, that was like seriously some of the best shows I've ever had. Like it was like that Friday night was fucking nuts. And for a Friday, like Saturday, you
God, I wish I could be like, well, Mike, that's what I bring in. I wish it was because of me. But yeah, dude, those audiences were great.
Yeah, it was crazy, and it was super fun.
I love
and
TCC.
Sunday was fun too, and like it's my home club. It's my favorite place. It's my secret base that everyone knows is not a secret.
Secret base.
Yeah,
Secret
you
base
just
is my
made
home
a
base.
rhyme of
My
that.
secret
It's my favorite
hideout.
place. It's my secret base. DJ Yo Great coming at you.
DJ Hug Life.
DJ Hug Live. Now, Jay, if we could take a moment off of you.
Yeah.
and talk
Okay,
about
I'll see you guys later.
Monica's
Yeah, I wanna hear about this stuff, too.
wonderful weekend she had. Her week full of fun and joy and amateur hunting.
Yeah. Cabela.
Jesus, we should have
Car
stopped
Cabela.
before. Well, on the way to a work retreat, which I was really excited about, kind of, in North Bend, I was on the freeway, turned a corner, and hit an elk. And like
You're not driving.
Not driving.
Yeah.
No, boss lady's driving, and it's like a sedan, like little thing, you know. And it was weird actually because I can remember like my entire thought process where like I see it step out in front of us, and I was like, oh, we're gonna die.
Oh,
Like it's huge, like full grown. I've been told that it's called a bull by
That's a
every
bull.
30-year-old white man that has heard this story. I was like, it's a full grown like male elk, and they're like, it's a bull. I'm like, fuck off.
yeah.
It's a boy.
Right,
No, it's
yeah.
an elk.
It's
Yeah,
a man elk.
exactly. No, it's a fucking cow. So I see it, and I'm like, oh, we're gonna die. Like that's immediately what I think. And then we hit it, and then I'm like, oh, we're not dead. And then I'm like, is it in the car? Because I don't know if it's
Yeah, like
Tommy
Tommy
Boy.
Boy. Yeah,
that
yeah.
made me think that. But I'm like, sometimes they get stuck and they just thrash around, right? It's not in the car. Where is it? I figure out it's all the way in the center lane. And then I'm like, okay.
Now, is it dead?
Yeah.
Okay, so
and I
it's
stared
dead.
at it for a while because I was like, that
Yeah,
thing
yeah.
gets up.
Yeah, yeah.
Because it's going to have a
That's
revenge
what
against
happens?
you.
Yeah, I
It's
don't
got
know.
a vendetta.
Right. And then I make sure she's okay. She's not good with things.
Stress.
Right, yeah,
Stressful.
stress.
Yeah, yeah.
She's not good with things. And I'm very calm, like to the point where it was actually kind of making me question my own like humanness, I guess. I was like, we're okay, you're okay, it's fine. Let's get off to the side of the road. Let's see. I was like, a cell phone, let me see. Oh, yours is still plugged in and playing music. Let me just pull this cord up here and call 911 and tell them very calmly. And then it was funny because we were both like checking, you know, like, are we bleeding? Like, and I have scratches like everywhere, but it really wasn't more of the glass because we hit it like on this side and it came back like to me, like all the glass came back this way, which is what I'm realizing now. When I took my clothes off, I didn't do this very well, I guess, because I didn't think about it, but there was glass.
scratching you.
There was
Ah.
glass like in my pants. I had like spandex on, so there's glass like in the spandex and stuff. So I have like cuts on my legs
Damn.
and like I'm up under like my clothes. It was just
Hey, let's see. Oh,
It
joking.
is.
Jesus Christ.
right.
Yeah.
You got a gash
She's
on her.
ripped.
Yeah.
No.
And then like we're like we weren't all the way off the freeway, and I was like just thinking of things that I'm like, this just happened, and of course something shittier could happen.
Yeah,
Like, that's
yeah.
all that I'm thinking. And so I was like, okay, can we get a little bit farther off? She could not like
Function.
at all. It was really weird. And she like put her blinker on first, and then I just and I'm like in like go mode, so I just almost punched the dashboard to hit the hazards because she still hadn't put those on. So I like I hit it really hard, and then we go to turn, and her hand on the steering wheel, because the windshield's like hanging down in between us, it cuts it on the what's hanging down and cuts her finger open, and like that was the worst injury. Was like us trying to get off the thing. She had to get stitches in it, but like that was. And so we get out of the car because I'm just like don't like being right next to it, right after a turn too. Somebody else had hit something else, so like we watched like cop cars pass us. So then I call again, like, hey, did they get the wrong exit? Because we're fucking standing like right here. Mind you, during this entire time, the thing is still in the middle, and it's huge. Like, one person hit it. The first person that hit it, like, their back tires were off the ground. Like, that's how big it was. They couldn't, like, go all the way over it. And so we, like, see him hit it and then, like, go off to the side. And then we're sitting there, and she's like, people are hitting it. She's freaking out. And then a semi comes and rips it in half. Like, just tears it in half. By the time I left, like, there was no elk left.
Dude.
Like, it was all gone. And
Just
so
delicious elk paste.
That's going to be your next month's jerky.
Here's elk paste.
There it goes. And we're like, so finally a cop comes, and her finger's like bleeding. She's got some napkins on it. And he goes, oh, that looks, not great. I have some sanitary towels and stuff in the truck. Do you want me to get them? And she literally goes, I don't know if I can answer questions. I don't know what's happening. And I looked at her and I said, yeah, get the towels. Like, what the hell?
Yeah,
Like,
what the
get the
fuck?
towels. So finally he brings them over, and then he's like, well, I can have a fire truck come, or, whatever, firefighters come and look at it, and they won't charge you, like, if they don't take you. And again, she's just like, I can't. She literally said, I can't process things right now. And so I was like, yeah, let's do that. Let's, we're going to do that.
Can we get an
we're gonna do
interpreter?
this. Right. I was like, Jesus Christ. And I just was really calm to the point where when we were in the ambulance, I was sitting there, and the firefighter just grabs my arm and starts like taking my pulse because he's like, "This is weird.
Yeah,
like, I don't know. I've
seeing
never
if
seen
you're in
anybody
shock
this
or
calm."
anything.
Yeah, and then he put like the little like finger one on.
And then you just go, "Oh my god!"
And then he's like showing the other firefighters. He's like, "Look at it. It's like not that that high. Her pulse is pretty low." I was like, "Okay, great." But he looked at the car and he said he's seen accidents like that where all 4 people died in the car.
Dude.
And so that's what I'm having a problem with is like, why am I not dead?
Yeah.
I don't get it.
We're lucky to have you, Monica.
Thanks, man.
I'll never
But,
take you for granted again.
Aw.
You're great.
So
You're great.
after you hit the deer,
You're great.
did you? Okay. Did you walk into the middle of the road and look at the deer and go, "Hey, the buck stops here"?
And this is the moment I turn off Jay's microphone. And
It's catchphrases. Or did you go up to him and just go, "Oh dear"?
Well, then he looked up and he said,
someone's not joining the Elks Club.
right, there you go. I was like, it's a fucking
I
elk.
love it.
Goddamn
Yeah. Oh God.
No, did not do that. But I went. Okay, no one knows where I work. But as soon as I went to the retreat, which I really
Still went
shouldn't
to
have,
it.
right? And I like didn't sleep at all. Like, and we were like, we had to spend the night till I go, but everyone was allowed to bring like beer and wine and stuff. So I'm just like, well, fuck this. Like, this is what's gonna happen. I get there and like, not my boss, obviously, because she went to the hospital. My boss's boss like sits me down in a room. She's like, "Are you okay? Do you want to sleep in my room?" I was like, "That's the last thing I want to do." Right? And then she goes, "I have Xanax, I have muscle relaxers, like I have like starts throwing it down." I was like,
buffet.
"Whoa!"
Yeah.
Here's a
I
drug
was like,
buffet.
Yeah.
I'm okay, thanks though. Jesus.
It's weird how like you never know like how you're gonna respond in like a crisis or whatever you want to call it. Like I was when that huge earthquake that was here in Seattle way back in what was it?
That was like 2004.
Whatever
2003?
whatever that big one was. It was like 7 point something.
Yeah.
I was in the top floor of the Bank of America building, and I was up there, and it started, and I look out the window, and I can see the other building, like these people on the roof. Yeah, and it starts, and then everybody starts screaming, and they're like, "Ah!" And I just yelled. I just go, "Quit fucking screaming!" I go, "It doesn't fucking do anything. Quit screaming. Shut the fuck up."
I like never. I don't have a fun scared, so I don't like.
You don't have a what?
Fun scared, like people
Yeah.
like roller coasters or scary movies or something like that. Like I can't watch them because it's just like a survival mode. Like I try not to die, so I never scream or anything. I'm just figuring out how not to die. So when I watch scary movies, I actually get really irritated because I'm like that. You're going to die. You're a fucking idiot. Like, what are you doing? And so I've told
You're like a
him
black person. Hey, get out the fucking house. You're going to die.
Don't go up the stairs. Don't go up the stairs.
Right. Kenny's in the basement facing the wall. Well, he stays there now. Like, I'm not going to see what's going on. That's where he lives.
Exactly.
Like,
I'm going to get in my car and go away.
I want to hear your black voice again.
You want to hear it again?
Yeah.
Don't go down to the basement. Don't go in the basement.
Jesus.
Was that good?
Yeah.
Was that really loud?
Does your neighbor
it
get
sounds like it's
pissed?
just louder.
I'm wearing headphones, so I can't tell my volume.
Yeah.
Get out of the basement.
Say, man.
Hey, man.
All right. Sorry.
This is going to be great.
Once we edit everything out.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just half the podcast is edited out.
Screw-
You just hear elk.
Yeah.
And then you hear, he's not going to join the Elks Club. and then all the deer puns.
Oh.
And then you're great. And then the episode ends.
up
That's
PJ
how it's going to work. The pajama party? That's
Pajanimal
PJ.
Party.
What's the score right
It's
now?
the Pajanimals.
Where you have the
21-16. It is
Coming
Ohio
back.
State. Yeah, so I actually had an idea for some things we could say. Maybe we should say something. This is maybe a new segment.
Oh boy.
We can say things are great all the time. Mm-hmm. What are we grateful for this week? Do you want me to start?
Yeah, sure.
Boy.
Do you want me to start? You know what I'm grateful for? The
Oh,
Jerky
God.
of the Month Club.
I'm kind of grateful for
You're
that
not,
too.
you're not
That's
thankful for your co-host being alive?
Uh,
Wow.
Well, she
I guess
knows.
priorities. Jerky,
She
that's
knows.
cool.
He did. I got home and then he took me to Applebee's.
I
So
did take her to Applebee's.
and I was being
Nice.
so.
I'm like,
fucking
let me
weird.
take you to a really nice dinner at the Applebee's.
I was being super weird, like just
It's my buddy Johnny Applebee's restaurant.
Johnny Appleby. That's my favorite.
But yeah, so my girlfriend for Christmas got me a membership to the Jerky of the Month Club, and it's the coolest thing ever.
Yeah, we got maple pepper jerky.
It's so
That's
good.
good.
Do you
It is
want another
pretty
piece,
damn
Jay?
Sure.
All right.
I'll wait till it's over.
You wait till it's over?
You know, I don't want to eat on the podcast. I want to be professional.
What?
Monica, Jay, do you guys have something you're grateful for?
Go ahead, Monica. Life? Is that, I'm going to guess?
I don't know. I'm very grateful for the people that I have in my life. I don't know. It's always interesting to see like who's, around when those things happen, and I definitely appreciate the people who were there, and I love them. I love you both.
I love you.
God, that's like
Jay, I feel like you don't do this that often. Maybe just on your own.
Well, no, I was like,
Is that how I put you on the spot?
no, I'm listening to hers, and I'm like, wow, that's pretty like fucking touching.
Yeah,
Because I was going to be like, I'm thankful the Pats are maybe going to be at the Super Bowl, and now I should be like, well, I'm happy Dylan's doing good.
Did you hear about a minute ago when I said jerkies?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, Dylan.
Yeah, I'm actually thankful for a lot of stuff. We get to see all my buddies up here, and like I said, the Patriots, if they make it to the Super Bowl, I don't know how, because I don't think I have enough money to buy a ticket right now.
To go to the Super Bowl?
Dude, if they get to the Super Bowl, I was in 2008. I was in Boston at the game that the Celtics beat the Lakers to win it all.
What?
And it was it was amazing.
You're a big sports guy.
I am.
I like, it's funny, as I like to tread the waters between sports and really, like, people think they're conventional nerdy, and I liked going to the Buffalo Wild Wings with you. That's what we would do for a while. That was super fun.
Yeah, we could do that next week.
We should.
You want to do that?
Yeah.
You want to go?
Yeah.
All right. I called Norwest today, asking what he was doing for the games. So why don't we could just do that?
Yeah, Buffalo Wild
B-dub
Wings,
dub.
man. Little B-dub. You know what you can get? This is something I'm also grateful for, and yes, it's
herpes?
food related.
Oh.
It's food related.
Sorry.
So yeah, it's herpes.
Well, yeah.
I got herpes from food. And but you can get the deal at Buffalo Wild Wings if you don't eat in. So you could take out 60-cent wings.
Oh, really?
Is this
On
only
Tuesdays,
mind-blowing to me? Yeah, Tuesdays or Thursdays, man.
Did you think?
Is there one by here?
There is one by here. There's one in downtown Seattle now. I know all the Buffalo Wild Wings locations. Yeah, downtown Seattle, South Center, Linwood.
Are both the games on Sunday, or is there one Saturday, one
They're
Sunday?
both on Sunday. The Pajanimal Party has confirmed this for me. They're both on Sunday. The Seahawks game's at noon, I believe.
That's the first one. Yeah, the Pats are late.
The Pats are at 3. Pats Indianapolis.
Stay.
Pats Indianapolis.
Buffalo Wild
That's going
Wings
to be
for
a
6
big.
hours.
That's going to be a big thing. If we get to Buffalo Wild Wings, though, this is the thing about
We got to
Seattle.
get there early.
Yeah, we got to get there like at opening to get a table, and we might have to reserve one.
I'm down.
I'd be into it.
All right.
I love wings.
Yeah.
All right, let's do it.
Yeah, that's awesome. But Patriots. What about Patriots Seahawks? That would tear apart you from all your friends here.
No, I wouldn't care.
wouldn't
Whatever.
You think that we think he's on our team at this point? No.
I used to have a joke where I shat on the Seahawks fans, and then they won the Super Bowl, so I had to change it to the Chargers. So now I'm in LA. I'm like, yeah, these Charger fans are the worst.
I was in San Diego when we played San Francisco, and I didn't see, like, it was only Seahawks jerseys.
It's crazy.
Fucking everywhere.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know who you people are, but
Sorry.
Seahawks. The thing about it's cool about it is we like people say you have this bandwagon fans, but I'm like it's kind of cool though being like the team that I liked becoming the bandwagon team. Like it's like there's more of us now.
I mean, every team has. Everybody gets bandwagon
everyone,
fans when they start doing good. Yeah,
When
it's just Seahawks fans are the worst because they're just ugh.
Dude,
I don't know.
I think there's a lot other worse teams though. I'm biased, but
Yeah, there's lots of worse teams, just not worse fans.
No, worse teams. Like
Raiders fans are awful.
That's what I was thinking. That was the
Buccaneers fans. I know Kirby's not, but like Buccaneer fans, because I used to live in Tampa, and they think they're the Raiders of the South, and they're awful.
Like the Southeast.
we're the Raiders of the South.
They're horrible.
That's awesome.
Oh, they're bad.
Just wearing all their Warren Sapp jerseys, remembering the good old times.
Eagles fans are awful. Eagle fans were known for they threw snowballs and beers at Santa Claus.
What?
Yeah, that's a big story, but like way back in the day.
Dude, when I went to the Seahawks game this year against the Giants, it was really funny because there was some diehard Giants fans behind me, and they're all from New York. They all said how they flew in to watch this game.
Dumb.
And they were drinking, and they were like saying like Legion of Who and things like that.
Oh.
And then Eli threw a pick into the end zone to like Earl Thomas or somebody, and then they all shut up and they're like, "We're gonna go get beer," and they never came back.
Yeah, I bet. I remember when I was in Boston. I went to a Pats game. They played the Raiders, and these Raiders fans came in there and like. People were just looking at them like, you guys are fucking idiots.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, really? You guys are going to be tough guys here in New England? All these guys, these, truck drivers and blue-collar dudes, really? Yeah, it's pretty funny.
I just got off a 12-hour shift at a steel mill.
Yeah, seriously.
That's a nice spiked helmet you have.
Yeah, exactly.
But I actually I was learned being a fan is a lot easier to not be the ones that talk trash and just let the game happen. And every time I've done that, like someone's been really annoying, and I just like don't say anything. Something happens in the game, and it pisses them off.
Oh
and
yeah,
they leave, and it's like awesome.
You wait till the end. Like if I'm a huge Patriots fan, I don't talk any smack. Like people will say, let's make a bet. I always say I don't bet on my team, but I never talk any smack until it's all over.
You're not from the Roger Lazola school of fandom.
Fuck, dude.
School of just keep talking.
Oh, dude. What nonsense and yeah.
It makes me
I love
laugh,
him though.
No, I love it.
It is funny.
Even if he's a San Francisco fan, I love the fact that he just does that because it makes me laugh when he's doing it in like public, and there's all these guys getting mad because they don't know Roger, and I'm like, you just let him go. Last
year when the Seahawks bumped the Niners out, with Sherman's knock, fucking Roger, after he had talked so much shit, I think I called him, and he just answered the phone. He goes, Jay, it's the worst day of my life. It's the worst day of my life, Jay. I don't
like
know.
way more Mexican all of a sudden.
That's how he sounds. He was like, Jay, it's the worst day of my life.
Oh my gosh.
Then he went, Reba! Is that a dolphin?
I was
like a Mexican dolphin.
I was going to do that, and then I started burping. And I was like, and I just went full dolphin. I didn't tell you guys I'm a Miami Dolphins fan.
Oh, God.
So I have, we usually do good news stories.
Okay.
And I only found one good news story. And it's good news, but it has a really funny thing on it. It's a Facebook event. It's for a gigantic international pillow fight in London.
What?
It's International Pillow Fight Day 2015. It's on April 4th. And the reason that I pulled it up, because I was like, this is a cool idea, pillow fight. The rules are pretty funny. Because it's rule number 1, cheap pillows can scratch without a pillowcase, so please bring one.
Bring a pillowcase.
Yeah.
Right.
Just because it's a pillow does not mean it can hurt folk. If you're a strong person hitting a little person, remember to take it easy.
I just find a little 8-year-old and just wail on him like David Ortiz and just knock him out of the park.
That's what I pictured was a guy like your size just going like,
yeah. I'm not following all the rules. I got a pillowcase on it.
Spinning in a circle with it out, taking everybody down.
It's filled with rocks.
And this is what I want. Do not
full of soap, beat the shit out.
Pillowcase full of nickels. It's a really jingly pillow you have. Do not hit anyone with a camera. They are our friends, obviously.
No, obviously just take pictures.
If someone's got a hard, heavy pillow, please tell them, or they will happily carry on swinging with no idea they are upsetting everyone around them.
and also if they have an erection, same rules. If they have a hard, heavy erection, please let them know.
If you're sexually aroused, you got to take a break.
They'll just keep swinging it around.
I got 2 pillows. Got the pillow up here and the pillow down there.
No hands. Look at that.
Smile and have fun. That's a okay rule.
Only if the 4
but
before it are going well will you smile and have fun.
Today is all about positivity, is what it says after that. This is the rule that stood out to me. We recommend not using feather pillows. They look cool, but PETA members sent us some angry messages, and apparently they aren't removed from birds very ethically.
Christ.
And
They seem pokey, too.
Oh, yeah.
You ever laid on a feather pillow?
Feather pillows are not good. Yeah. They're not comfy. They hurt your face.
Right.
Get some memory foam pillow, just slowly, caresses him.
Those are fucking heavy, too.
Yeah, that's true.
But so that's the pillow fight. I just thought it was a fun.
I will say that that's fun. I like that, and it's positive. But do you remember being in pillow fights as a kid?
Dude,
Someone always accidentally hit you too hard, and then you were like, "Fuck you, it's on."
Yeah.
And then it just became like
it always escalates.
Everyone was crying.
It's not a fun time by any means. It's like a great idea at first. It's not as like blanket forts were the best ideas.
Hell yeah.
Blanket farts.
Blanket farts, where you fart in a blanket and you put it in the Dutch oven. If you will. The blanket forts.
That's my favorite.
Yeah.
So I want to know. Since you brought up the news thing. How does Mitch feel about this little arrangement? Mitch Burrow, our good friend. I don't know if he's friends with Mike much anymore, or Monica.
Yeah, we actually were talking about this, and that's upsetting. I just took the quiz real quick to test it, and I got something. I guess not. We'll talk about it later.
You know what? Stop being weird.
Sorry, but I asked Mitch about it. And the rumor was that he thought I was doing this to get close to Monica. And then I said, Mitch, maybe I'm doing it to get closer to you. So maybe Monica's the third wheel, and she doesn't even know it.
We had him on the podcast. And
we did.
We did talk about it.
And we argued about who loves Pam Nevy more.
Yeah.
And we said Mitch is winning because he's actually met Pam Nevy, Monica's mom.
Oh, gotcha.
Everyone is fighting for Pamela Nevy's affection.
I will say that Cameron stopped me yesterday in the living room, and he said, "Can you just be honest with me for a second? Does Pam like Mitch more than me?" And I was like, no.
What's so great about Pam?
Cameron is number one. She's the best. She's a saint. Pam
Why? She's your mother.
She is.
Pam Nevy. She's a saint.
Is she hot?
She's in good shape.
Is that why everybody's like, or is she just a sweetheart?
She's just the best.
She's also the best.
And I talk about her like she is a saint. So.
But yeah, I just thought I'd share that little pillow fight story with you guys. But I want to move on to the quiz because I'm really excited.
Oh,
go ahead.
I don't know. Honestly, he wasn't very happy about it when we
knew
first
it.
told him.
He wasn't?
No.
Look at it.
I didn't know that.
Drama here on the Hug Life.
He asked me to do a podcast with him like 4 years ago.
Wow.
Like when I first started, really. He's like, I think we would like this was before we were even really friends.
Oh, wow. Yeah, but I think he was trying to
yeah.
bang you.
It was definitely a different reason at that point.
You can say it. Go ahead. You can say it.
I had to be pretty honest with him that was never going to happen.
He's used to hearing that.
He knows.
I love Mitch.
I do too.
But then we worked on other stuff together, and then he left. So it was just, I don't know.
Heartbroken.
It's a timing thing, really, but we'll be back together eventually.
Yeah, dude, we'll be back together soon.
Funny story about Mitch. We did University of Kentucky, Lexington, Kentucky, and we did this room. Oh, it's not even a room. It was a student whatever you call it, student activities. So they're like, hey, we're gonna have comedy tonight. So this is how the day or the night went. We show up there. All of a sudden, a fire alarm starts going off for like a minute, like 2 minutes, and we're just sitting there going, oh, "Okay, well, this is going great." And then people are like, it's a huge room and it's like there's a hall, like you walk in through these doors, and it's a hall, and then on the right is where it opens up into this huge room where we could perform, right? Mm-hmm. And people are just walking by, and they're like, "Hey, we got comedy tonight." Nobody stops them, but then they'll go, "Hey, we got comedy tonight," and the person will keep going. They go, "And free cheese sticks," and then they're, "Oh, really? Mozzarella sticks? Okay." So
free cheese sticks.
Yeah,
free cheese
that was it.
All things.
Yeah,
that's great.
And so Mitch went up, and he's just eating a fat one, and so it's like you just hear me laughing only, and Mitch is like, "That's all right, Jay, you're up here next," or whatever his accent is. Yeah. And then at the end of the show, this was their announcement. They're like, "Hey guys, thanks for coming. Give Jay and Mitch a round of applause. And next week, we want to let you know we're going to have Corndogs." It wasn't even announcing the next comic. It was the free food.
We're gonna have Corndogs. By the way, we're gonna have Corndogs. Might be the name of this episode.
What's up?
We're gonna have Corndogs. Might be the name of this episode.
That's pretty good.
No,
that's hilarious.
Yeah, we gotta.
That was the funniest thing. No mention of who the comic was. Even after that, it was just like, next week we're gonna have Corndogs.
First cheese sticks. Well, dude, I can't wait for jalapeno Papa week. Now we're gonna take the quiz.
Are we gonna take the quiz?
We're gonna take the quiz.
Okay.
Every single week we do a stupid internet quiz just for fun.
Okay.
And I picked one, Jay.
I
picked one, Jay, that I thought really represented you.
Oh God, here we go.
And so we're gonna find out on 17.com.
Okay.
Who your comedian crush is. And they're all men. Sweet. So get ready for it. Okay, so I'm gonna read the questions and I'll do it for you. After fighting with mom, how would you cheer your guy up? How would your guy cheer you up? Excuse me. Surprise.
So you got in a fight with your mom.
You got in a fight with your mom. Picture
this.
this.
I love both your hands.
You got in a fight with your mom. Okay.
Oh my God.
It's getting the head.
How
little bit clamped.
would your man cheer you up? With a surprise dinner in his driveway? Reenact the fight, voices and all? Wipe your nose with his sleeve? Take you on a fast food tour? What would your man do? What's your man?
Fast food tour.
Dude, fast food tour. That's the same question I answered.
Yeah.
When I did this.
All the other ones, I'm like, am I banging my friend? This is
your guy crush.
Okay. All right.
You get monster-sized crushes on... Oh, Monica, what was your answer? Sorry.
I picked surprise dinner. I don't know why
Dinner
it's in
in
the
his
driveway.
I don't know either.
Yeah,
whatever. That's fine.
Because you're not allowed in unless the parents are there.
I don't date men who live in a driveway. Why would that? Thank you.
You get monster-sized crushes on guys who are always the center of attention, willing to act like a fool for fun, clueless about how cute they are, cocky, but down to earth.
Who do I have a man crush on? What were the three, or what were the four?
Always the center of attention, willing to act like a fool for fun, clueless about how cute they are, cocky, but still down to earth.
I guess cocky, but down to earth.
Cocky, but down to earth?
Yeah.
I actually picked clueless about how cute they are. Just because I like the weak ones. I like
the weak ones?
Yeah.
You like to prey
so what
on the
happened with
weak?
Mitch then?
He knows. That's the problem.
Which Will Ferrell movie is ranked highest on your Netflix queue? Anchorman, Kicking and Screaming. That's no one's answer.
What is that?
No.
Elf. That's
He's
a
a
soccer movie.
No.
And Talladega Nights. So Anchorman, Kicking and
It's
Screaming.
going to be between Elf or Talladega Nights. I love Christmas movies. I like Elf. I'm going to go with Elf.
You gonna go with Elf?
Yep.
I'm going to go with Talladega Nights.
You go with
actually.
Talladega? Okay.
I never was a big fan of Anchorman, even the original.
I love Anchorman.
I'm like
I
the
did
only.
watch the second one last night.
It's like
It's awful.
It's my. I love it. I don't care. I love it.
So stupid. It is stupid.
You'd love a guy who'd join you for a marathon
Yes,
of
I would.
American Idol, Ugly Betty, which is a show I've never heard of.
Really?
Yeah, I haven't heard of it. What's that? The
It was
Office?
America Ferrera. Whatever. It doesn't matter.
Oh. The Office or My Name is Earl?
The Office.
The Office?
Yeah.
What's Ugly Betty?
It was a sitcom. She worked
Ex-girlfriend
for
of
a fashion magazine, but she was like ugly.
Oh, that's that American Ferrara or whatever
America
her name is.
Ferrera, yeah.
Yeah, or something like that.
Oh.
She had glasses and braces and shit.
She's pretty cute.
Hmm.
American Ferrera or
Well,
Ferrara?
well,
Ferrari?
Too bad we're trying to
Ferrera?
find your favorite man right now.
Yeah,
So.
there we go.
You're with some guys.
yeah, always.
When one of them farts,
Oh, yeah.
your guy says, "Let me write a rap to that beat." Ew, and jokingly covers his nose. Nothing, he can't stop laughing. Or, nice cologne, man.
Ugh. Number 3.
Nothing, he can't stop
Yeah.
laughing. That's a good answer.
I agree with that. You don't need to say anything. Like, it's just funny. We all
Yeah.
know that happened. It's funny.
Yeah.
I think farts are hilarious.
I do too.
Oh my God, this doesn't count.
What did you get?
Wilmer Valderrama.
You got Wilmer Valderrama?
What?
What does it say?
Comedian.
What does it say?
Yo mama slams are as silly as knock knock jokes, but they always crack you up. What?
Oh, who'd I get?
Wilmer's ability
we'll
to
tell you in
turn
a
the stupidest things into big laughs will drive your inner 6-year-old wild, because all it takes is a goofy personality to tickle you pink.
Ooh. You know what? I also got Wilmer Valderrama when I did it.
Really? Yeah.
Let me
you
guess,
said
I got it too.
Does he
No.
count?
You didn't get
Oh,
it.
God.
good.
Carrot Top.
You got, actually, you got a Boston comic.
Wait, let me guess. All right. Younger or older?
I guess older now.
I don't. And I'm trying to think that who they know that would be Boston. Stephen Wright's the only person I can think of, but I don't think it would be Stephen Wright.
He's just dead, super deadpan.
What?
Are you ready?
Super deadpan.
Are you ready to know who it is?
Yeah.
Dane Cook.
Ah.
Yeah, he's
All
Boston comic.
Yeah.
You can't resist a mom-friendly guy who, once
a
mom
mom?
is out of earshot, lets the crude loose. Although Dane's a charmer, it's his raunchy side that's hilarious. For you, a dude who can cover his crass with his boyish good looks is irresistibly sexy.
True.
Is that how you feel?
Pretty much.
I think that quiz nailed it.
I got that.
Yeah.
It's that just made me think of the what's it called Seattle International Comedy Competition.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was my second year I was out here. I think or 3 years into comedy or something. Or 2 years into comedy. I don't know. But I did the audition that usually is pointless.
Mm-hmm.
And then Peter's like, "Hey, if you want feedback," and so I was like, "Sure, let's hear it." So I got my novel
Yeah.
back.
Jesus Christ.
And one of the things he said, like he hated it. He hated my whole set, which is fine. But one of the things he said that I thought was hilarious is that I was very Dane Cookish.
Very cookish. Really?
Yeah,
That's not at all
I
you.
know. I know.
Maybe because you guys say dirt. I guess you guys talk about dirty jokes, but that's not even really relatable at all. Unless a lot of comedians do
Yeah.
that.
Does he say fuck a lot?
I don't know.
You do comedy in the round? Is that
I don't
what
know. I remember
Give
he was
some
saying
high kicks in there. Like,
yeah,
that's not-
he was saying something like he was having a negative reaction to my set, and then like later on in his feedback, it was like, "I'm really having a physical reaction to this." I was like, Jesus. So the next year, he asked me if I wanted to audition for it, and I was like, you know what I do? I'm like, if you want me in it, I'd love to do it. If you don't, that's totally fine too. But I was like, I'm not going to audition again. But I'll do it if you want me in it. So the first 2 nights I messed up, and it was all on me. Like one night I tried to do a brand new joke, and I forgot it in the middle of it.
Whoa, no.
Yeah. It was I've only had that happen twice ever in stand up, and that was one of them was in the competition. But then the third night I was just like, okay, fuck it, I'm fucking up. I don't give a fuck anymore. So I'm like, I'm gonna do the set that he hated the year before intentionally. And that night I finished third, I think.
That's
Second or
great.
third.
That's
Yeah.
hilarious.
I ended it, and when I ended the set, I go, that's my fucking time. I put the mic, and Joe List, who was there, goes, well, that's one way to end a set.
Dude, I like Dane Cook.
I do too. I'm
don't know
not
why-
one of those people
yeah.
that shits. I'm like people. I feel like Especially younger comics, I think, shit on Dane Cook just because it's easy, and it's like that's
and
like
it's a fad.
they think
I don't
that's
really
the thing
get
to
where
do.
that comes from. Like, he's super fucking successful.
Yeah,
like,
and I don't.
Dude, and he's a good like if you watch his Dave Attell Up All Night when he was on that Up All Night tour.
Oh yeah,
the tags he has on his fucking jokes, it's just one after another, just tag. Dude, it's great writing. I mean, he's fucking hilarious. Like when he talks about, he told the girl like she's giving him a blowjob, and he's like, so I had to tell her I was about to come. But he's like, well, I kind of just told the seatbelt. And he said he was just like, okay. Dude, it's the funniest fucking thing. He's so good in that.
And I think people got like he got really big, but I always remembered him not from the big specials, but I remember watching him as he was one of the first Comedy Central presents I saw.
Right, yeah.
Where he's wearing
Yeah,
the black
yeah.
tank top and he's got the joke about the alien.
Yeah.
And he fucking gets all into it.
Yeah, and I was like, I love this.
Dude.
And like Monica and I were actually talking about that a couple days ago about how like the Pablo Francisco Comedy Central presents and like
right, just the first few
that like
we
run
ever saw.
where it was like da 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 da, like that was the music. Like that's the stuff I remember watching as a kid.
I saw him at the Laugh Factory working out this new stuff, and he was doing a bit about porns. And he was talking about, he was talking about, like you go to a website and there's all the different topics. I'm butchering this because I can't remember. I think one of them he's like, one said like hardcore, and he's like, what's more hardcore in there than out here versus this? But I think it was something different with that. But the funniest thing, he was talking about like the gangbangs. And he's like, there's always one guy over on the side just fucking waiting to like double dutch in, like, hey guys, can I get it now? And they all they come at the same time. He said they coordinated like SEAL Team 6. They're like, okay, Joe, are you ready? Great. You ready? Are we gonna go? We need you. Get the fuck up here. We need you. Dude, it was so fucking funny, dude. Just destroying at the Laugh Factory. It was so goddamn funny.
So does he think he's your crush though?
That's fine. That's fine.
All right, because I'm going to email him.
Okay,
so
cool.
Yeah. This is what happened. Listen to
did I tell you?
Dane Cook, listen to our podcast.
I was hosting a show where I had to bring him up, and so I, he was just in the back, and so I went up to him. I was like, "Hey, Dane, you're next." I go, "Anything you want me to say when I bring you up?" He goes, "Just say something nice." I was like, "All right, cool." So I bring him up. I go, "This next guy, everybody knows him. You know him from movies. You know him from stand-up. Give it up for Dane Cook." So he comes up, and the first thing he says, he goes, "Did he just say you know him from stand-up and you know him from movies? You know him from the things that he does?" And then I was like, "Well, fuck you then."
Oh man.
Say something nice.
Yeah.
Well, we're getting close to the end here.
All right, see ya.
So it's like we got to do the charities first, and then do our special surprise for Jay.
Oh boy.
So
Can
the
we
charity
talk about last week for a little bit before we do that? Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Charity.
Mm-hmm. So
we're going
to talk about the thing that happened. Dylan.
Okay.
Yeah.
You didn't talk about it last week's podcast?
We didn't because we actually
we
recorded.
actually did it the
Gotcha.
night
We
of.
recorded it before we learned about what happened.
That's
Yeah.
not what I was talking about, but still, yes. If you guys hadn't heard, a friend of ours was on stage and he got attacked by a crazy person and put him in the hospital. And so it's been on the news and everything. He's a great guy, and so there is a GoFundMe that you guys can help out with, or there's Jay plugged his shows that a lot of them are benefit shows. If you guys come, you can donate to him just so that you can take care of his medical bills and all the stuff that he's gonna have to go through after this. I'm sure court stuff also.
Yep. And if you want to go to his GoFundMe, it's www.gofundme.com/JSKM4G. That's just
Joker Kilo.
Yeah, Joker. Yeah, it is.
What Joker Kilo? What was it?
It's
Sam.
S.
I don't know. What S is.
JSKM4G.
JSK Joker. I forget what the S is.
Is it really like they're going for the thing?
What?
Are you just making this up, or what is it?
I know kilos for K.
Yeah, it's like
Kilos K.
Foxtrot.
I think J is Joker. Yeah. Alpha Bravo Charlie Delta Echo Foxtrot Golf Hotel
Sex.
Indigo or
S
Igloo.
is sex. Joker sex Kilo
Lima Moto.
M.
He's
What's
just-
M?
Or wait, no, or I forget what.
Moto. Don't touch my moto.
I forget. Anyways.
So JSKM4G.
Yeah, so just go to those.
Also, you can find it on our podcast.
Then no one's going to find
we'll
it.
Put it on the
Yeah.
Facebook
Well, we're going to put it on the Facebook page and everything, too. And you can like it while you're at it. So he's our charity. It's actually good because it's like a lot of comics. Like, this is really positive how all these comics from across the country and the world, like London, have come together.
He just did Fitzsimmons' podcast today.
Really?
I was talking to, he was, told me he was doing Fitzsimmons. He did, he was on, they mentioned him on Opie and Anthony.
That's
Yeah, I
Opie
heard about
Radio. Yeah, I heard that. It was they thought Opie. They were like, yeah, I guess they like had a bat on the wall, and somebody took the bat off the wall.
Jesus.
Like they thought
just
it was,
made
yeah.
just going through the
Yeah.
telephone loop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
But he's doing a lot better now, and I was really I was really freaking out until he got out surgery, and they're like, there's no complications. I'm like, that is super lucky, and I'm so happy right now.
Yeah, dude.
But so you can donate to his GoFundMe on our Facebook page. I'll post it up there. And now we got to do the game.
Did you have a favorite charity? Just
You can do
anything?
Dylan's. My other one is the Wounded Warrior.
You like
Wounded
the
Warrior
Yeah.
Project?
I like
Yeah.
that.
We plugged it on here before. It's a good place. Check out woundedwarriorproject.com or .org. I will post it on the Facebook page. Are you playing footsie with me? I'm not Dane Cook. Who do I look like? Wilmer Valderrama? That's such a weird thing.
Yeah, I don't think he's a comedian. It doesn't matter. Okay.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. It's kind of a strange thing, but it's the 17 magazine web quiz.
That's true.
so,
That's true. Who does 17-year-old
it's like
girls
comedians
think are
Channing
comedians?
Tatum. What doesn't happen?
Yeah, seriously.
Like what? Okay, so the game that we end the shows on now. I'm so excited for this. That's why my hands moved like that. It's a compliment contest.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh,
And
God.
I want to do another one on Wednesday.
I
So
got
we
it.
did. Did you,
I'm
you
sorry.
saw
No, I'm laughing because mine's gonna be like, you don't look that fat today, Mike.
exactly. We were
Then
excited.
Then you would
You're
lose
actually,
the compliment contest.
You're the first guest that we have done this.
We've
with.
never
done it.
We've just done it with each other.
Okay.
But we did it on Twitter on Wednesday, and I had a really good
Oh,
time.
this is that thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was
Okay.
really fun, and like a bunch of like Jackie Cation
Just
tweeted
joined
something.
in.
Like,
It was awesome.
Yeah, it was cool. So we're gonna do
I
it
love
again.
it.
1:30 Wednesdays. I
1:30
like that.
p.m. on
Sounds
Wednesday.
good.
We're gonna do compliment contests.
Hashtag and I will just send them to people this time because
You should call it
like,
Wonderful
hey.
Wednesdays.
And then
Dude,
everyone who follows me, I'm sure, was like,
thanked-
God,
I
this
thank
bitch.
businesses. I thanked Wendy's for their square-shaped hamburgers.
Right. Said, hey, Alaska Airlines, you guys are killing it with the leg room.
I thanked Wingdome.
I thanked Rihanna for being so confident in her thighs.
That's nice.
In her what?
In her
thighs.
thighs.
I'd
the
like to
size
be
of
in
her
there, too.
thighs.
You like to be in her thighs?
In her thighs.
Mm.
Your thighs.
I'd like to be
In your thighs.
Touching thighs. That's a different song.
Okay, so the rules, basically, you just say whoever's name. So you'd be like, hey, Mike. You'd be like, I think your tits look great, or whatever. And then
They do.
you have to say thank you. But basically, we go until it's not really a compliment.
And we go in a circle.
Like
Oh, I
that,
could
that was
start.
probably
Or
a good.
can we go in a circle, or can we go across to different people? I think we should be able to go
I
across
think
to
we
different
should be
people.
able. Yeah, you can just
So you
say
can
their name.
go back
first,
and
like,
forth.
That's good.
All right.
All right.
Who would like to start this?
I can start.
Okay.
Hey, Mike.
Yes.
I'm
Fuck is this? All right.
Jay can't handle
Sorry.
it.
I really like how you came and brought me to Applebee's on Friday, and even though I was being super weird, you were totally okay with it, and you're a great friend.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
Oh, you have to do it that way.
You have to.
You have to end that way.
You
Like, go,
can.
thank
Like
you.
you're just
Like,
so
yeah, if you
surprised
want.
that someone complimented.
Oh.
Hey,
wow.
Jay.
Yes, Mike.
I really like your glasses, like the no frames and the open.
Well, it's not really mine. I mean, that really doesn't have anything to do
Just
with
take
me.
the damn
You know, I mean, like if I take the glasses off, then the compliment's gone. So that's not really a very good compliment. But thank you. So do I go to you or do I go to Mike?
You can
Go
go
anywhere
wherever
you want.
Hey, Michael,
Yes, Jay.
you were great on the shows you did guest spots.
Thank you,
Far.
Jay.
You're welcome.
Hey, Monica.
Oh,
Jeez.
God.
Yes.
I really like how you were able to help your friend in a perilous situation.
Thank you. very
welcome.
much. Hey, Jay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, he's taking
God.
the mic out of the
No,
stand.
No,
I'm
I'm
getting
trying to get
serious.
comfortable.
I really like how you have dealt with people stealing jokes in a very professional way. I think, like you could get real rude, and I think you should, but I think you professional thus far.
Thanks,
good.
Monica.
You're welcome.
Hey, Mike.
Yeah.
No. No. Here, I'll give, this. I don't. It's weird. This is weird. Like I don't know because I was gonna say
you feel so
Monica's
good
one of my
at the moment?
favorite comics here in Seattle. But is that like a compliment?
That's a good
Yeah,
compliment.
that's a compliment.
Or hey, Monica,
Yeah. Yes.
you're one of my favorite comics here in Seattle. Actually, I don't think you get
Thanks.
enough. Because I don't. Do you ever go down to do TCC's open mic? This is now getting off of the compliment thing, and I'm just talking.
That's a pander penalty. For,
Down one.
Yeah.
I don't get to do their open mic very often because I get off work late up here.
Do you perform down there at TCC? Oh, okay, all right.
Why?
I like your comedy.
Thank you very much.
All right, guys. Thanks.
No, I mean that was a nice way to end it. No one really lost. I think it's better if you can just keep going without losing.
Then we all win.
And we all win.
Oh, here, I got one for you, Mike. Hey,
okay.
Mike.
Hey, Jay.
I think it's very brave of you to wear a shirt that's not big enough for you.
Thank you. Thank you, Jay.
Is that what you mean? Like, not really a compliment?
Hey, guys, this has been a great show. I'm going to go cry into some beef jerky.
Jesus Christ.
But thank you, Jay, for being on the podcast.
Thanks for having me, guys.
You're great.
You're great.
You're great.
You're great.
And don't forget that next week we're going to have corn dogs. Have a good night. Bye-bye.